Hey guys, Languagehacker here. I have a fun deck for you guys today. Not the most competitive, but I had quite a bit of fun with it. I can't remember who, but I saw it on some stream. I saw it a little bit on ladder. Basically, it's Quest Druid. We're going to guff the tough some people. Okay, well, Lost in the Park is a quest line for Druid, where the quest reward is a 5-mana 8/8 with Taunt, called Guff the Tough, which gives your hero +8 attack this turn and gains you 8 armor. And that, together with some copy effects, lets you push a lot of damage over the course of several turns, or push a lot of damage in one turn if you raise your mana cap with Guff and then ramp up a bit. So, the deck is going to be built around progressing the quest to get you that quest reward, having some ways to copy it, and then having some ways to just do stuff in the meantime, spending mana until you can get all the rest of the stuff going. So, let's go through and see what the deck runs. Basically, every card that gains you attack is in here. We got Pounces, Feral Rages, Seaweed Strikes, and because of the reliance on this spell to progress quest, we are also running some Nagas. But honestly, the Nagas kind of fit in this deck anyways, so it's not really that much of a hindrance. And Park Panthers, and those are the main ways to, outside of your hero power, which does progress the quest, the main ways to gain attack. So, the Naga's running Kelp Keeper, good anti-aggro tool, cheap, very good at just spending a little bit of mana for a lot of board control. Takes a bit of time to get it active because this deck isn't running stuff like Nourish, like Ramp Druid. So you do need to spend, you know, a couple of cards to get that active. But it's still been pretty good. All the games I've played against aggro, having this felt really, really nice. We are running Crush Claw Enforcers to draw the Kelp Keepers. There's a Treasure Guard and 2 School Teachers in here. I think the main list on HS Replay had 2 treasure cards and 0 school teachers, but I wanted to try some stuff out and see how the school teachers felt, because I felt like the curve was a bit too heavy on 3s, and adding a couple 4s could help that a little bit. Otherwise, you're just stuck with 10 plus cards that cost, it was more than 10 actually, too many cards that cost 3, and then you just have not enough flexibility. And this also adds 1 mana Nogglings to your hand that can help you do some other stuff. You can get Pounces from, I mean, anything you play in this deck, all the spells cost 3 or less. Any of those spells are good. You do get, I think, randomly one of the Choose One effects if it's a Choose One card, so that's kind of unfortunate, but otherwise there's still a lot of good things you can get in there, including a Mark of the Spike Shell. And it's important to note that a School Teacher Noggling is a minion with a Battle Cry, which works with Bran. And Bran's in the deck because we have a bunch of Battle Cries. The quest reward itself is a Battle Cry as well, so Bran plus Guff the Tough is 8 mana, gains 16 attack and armor. And if you have enough mana, say 15 mana, you can go Bran, Guff the Tough, Mark of the Spike Shell, second Guff the Tough for 32 damage in 1 turn. So it is kind of like an OTK. Needs a bit of time to get up to 15 mana, and you need a few cards to get to that point, as well as completing the quest. But you can do it, and you can do more than 32 damage as well. There are ways to copy this more, right? You have 2 Mark of the Spike Shells. There's a Zola in here as well. You can Moonlit Guidance, Zolas, or Brands, and then go like Brand, Zola the Brand, get extra Brands. There's a lot of stuff you can do. It's not quite infinite. There are ways to make this infinite, but the deck already feels a little clunky, so I didn't want to add more cards that prevent you from going infinite. But going infinite would mean Bran, Zola the Brand, then you Marker the Wild the Zola, and then Marker the Spike Shell the Zola. And then you can Zola the Zola. So then you, after all of that, you end with 2 Brands in your hand and 2 Zolas, and then you can keep going infinite from there, but it requires a lot of mana, and I felt that if you're spending that much mana, you're probably winning the game anyways just by doing your normal stuff. So let's not get carried away with that. And it's kind of because you can get Mutinist. So, what else is worth talking about in this deck? There's a Smothering Starfish, which is another beast. There are taunts in the game, and the one thing that Guff the Tough is not good against is taunts. Doesn't matter if you have 32 attack if that has to go into a taunt. So the HS Replay list had a Smothering Starfish. I took it out because I was stubborn, and then I faced some Mech Paladins and decided that it might be better to put it back in. Jerry Rig, we're only running 1 Choose One spell as Feral Rage, so it can split that up for us and draw it, which means we have ways to gain armor and ways to gain attack. Aquatic Form, Moonlit Guidance for consistency. Living Seed to help draw you the Park Panthers, and we have 2 Living Seeds for 3 beasts, so the ratio there is kind of nice. You can Living Seed on 2, Park Panther on 3, and that's kind of okay. Good against aggro decks. Park Panther on turn 3 is really good against aggressive decks. That's about it, really. I've kind of talked about most of the stuff you can do. There's nothing super wacky outside of like the big damage combos I talked about late game when you have a lot of mana. If you do Moonlit Guidance Azola, you could Zola your Zola with a Brand on the board, and then technically you can go infinite that way as well, but it's complicated and not really necessary. Otherwise, yeah, just tinker with the deck. It's mulligans, stuff you're looking for in the early game. You always keep the quest, of course. I've been keeping Jerry Rig, Living Seed, Kelp Keeper. I've been keeping Seaweed Strike a lot, and I've been getting a little lucky because I'm always drawing a Naga with it. This does not actually activate and give you attack unless you've played a Naga while this is in your hand. So it is important to have a Naga with this. I'm not sure if it's correct to keep this unless you already have a Naga in hand. But keeping this with a cheap Naga could be good, i.e. Kelp Keeper is probably the best one. I'm not sure if you're supposed to keep it with a 3-mana Naga, let alone keep the 3-mana Naga in the first place. I think being able to spend mana on 2 is kind of important, and because of that I've been leaning towards Jerry Rig and Living Seed, which then also sets up for a turn 3 play because you get Park Panther. Yeah, this deck has been good for me against Control Warrior, against Quest Hunter, and with low sample size against Demon Hunter as well. The armor game means you don't really die as quickly against Quest Hunter, Demon Hunter, which means you can just progress your quest and then you just start hitting them in the head while gaining armor, and that tends to win. Against Quest Hunter, similar story. They start burning you down, but you're doing damage while gaining armor, and that's kind of problematic for them because they can't stay alive and kill you, right? They have to choose to hit your minions or your face, and if they're hitting your face, you're probably killing them. If you're hitting your minions, you're not dying. Akani's been really nice in some of those matchups as well, particularly against Quest Hunter to block out the quest reward when that is complete, play it, counter a minion, and then they have to take a turn off to deal with this. Or they can play the 7/7 and then lose. That's an option as well. Against Warrior, you do want to get set up for a sort of Brand late game scenario, or Zola, where you do get a lot of Guff the Toughs. So you do need to be careful with that. Make sure you don't play Guff the Tough too early and then are not able to copy it. A school teacher can help with that. You can try to build a late game plan by getting, for example, Mark of the Spike Shell or some sort of copy effect, and using that together with Bran. There were a couple of games where I was able to get Mark of the Spike Shell on a Nagaling, and that worked really, really well with Bran. Even if you don't play all the Guff the Toughs in the same turn, adding 6 Guff the Toughs to your hand is still a pretty good turn, you know? Just play a Guff the Tough or 2 every turn until they die. Anyways, that's the deck. Here's some cool games. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Okay, I didn't want to test this. Am I keeping Seaweed Strike? Sure. We probably don't have enough Nagas to activate this. Ocean's blessings upon you. Okay. Okay, just go for tempo. From the depths? No, from the depths this time. Okay. Ooh, now we can coin Guff. Okay, I like that. We're not under pressure this game like we were last time. Queen might be better. Maybe Queen of Shards that we could run the deck. Might not be worth running Capture Coldtooth Mine then. What if I just play Naga like a school teacher here, and the next turn we can Guff and ramp at the same time? This seems good. That's exactly what I want for quest completion. Okay. The one downside of Guffing early is that we don't have hero powers to progress quest easier, but it's fine. Actually, I just go face. Reduce their armor count. I'm not really that scared of getting smart because they don't have that much pressure. Because that's a downside. I give them Amalgam, but they could Amalgam the Nagaling anyways. Ooh. Amongst the 10 Hearthstone mercenaries, which one's my favorite? I don't know, actually. That's a good question. I'm not sure. Okay, first part of quest complete. Let's keep ramping. Save the Moonlit Guidances to actually be able to play the thing on the same turn. We can activate these. Not exactly what I want to do, because they could all just die at once here, but I do need to progress quest. So that is my game plan. Shield block Brawl. Shield block Shield Shatter. Looks like a Shield Shatter. Okay. Well, my living seeds suck. Hmm. Hmm. Save attack for removal. I don't need to progress quests right now. It's kind of hard. I mean, I kind of liked all the mercenaries. I really like the flavor and stuff they worked on. Really cool. Okay, double Park Panther is an option. Oh, I was supposed to do this first. Oops. It's fine. Okay. Okay. We're getting close to where they can go brand mutinous, so that's something we need to be, considering. What is that card? Black Skillbird's actually kind of cool. Might be a bit too slow for Warrior, but if there was like a... It's good with like... Nah, it's not though. I was thinking how you could get it down on turn 4, but it's not really easy to. From the depths into this. But you also, you need a weapon equipped. And there's no 1 or 2 mana weapons. You get like Coin Weapon from the depths and then Brood. I don't know how much damage this deck can output. Blastoise, I haven't thought about it. Living Seed does nothing, it's nice. Let's save those for a rainy day. Okay. Next turn we can go Evolve Spines, Bran, Guff, Noggling, Shield Shatter, sure, and then Bran, and then Mutinous, yep. Fine. Okay, that's more annoying. I might not have enough here. I don't think I do have enough here. Might as well the brand shouldn't be that used on Guff exclusively. Not really. Having extra brands gives me more stuff too, because I have macro the spike shell here. With one more mana, we could have done an extra 16 here, which is crazy. Akani is interesting, but probably not that good. So we'll just do this. It'd suck. Did I do all of this too slow? Maybe I was supposed to go for like an Akani last turn so they can't brand Mutinous. Maybe that was like a macro misordering. I wanted to hit face here so they can't shield slam or Onyxian Drake. I can still armor gain and then do that, but that makes it a bit harder. Okay, that's fine. Sure. So the brand dies here, that's fine. And shield slam. Okay. I don't have much stuff left, is the thing. Like, I have a couple of guffs here, but is it good enough? I'm not sure. Even this is kind of annoying. Yeah, I don't have enough damage to get there one turn. Let's block Onyxia, because that's the only thing I'm really scared of right now. This is inefficient, but I do want to be on board. Okay. Low on cards, not a lot left. Brawl can help here. What's up, Whimsical? I'm playing on Europe, yeah. Nice, get countered. That doesn't do anything. There's a Bran on the board. Okay. Okay. I think we're there. I think we have enough. 5, 16. 16 plus 16 is 32, 34, 36. Bam. Guff is too tough. Look at that. Also, I could have made a different play there, not be dead. That also would have been, you know, an option. So in the old list, you were running Mark of the Wild and Ironbark. So there were more ways to make Samurai activatable. But right now, this deck only runs Mark of the Spike Shell. And you could run Mark of the Wild as well. But like, eh. Do I just Hero Power so they can't like piercing or anything? No, I'm just gonna do this. They want to Coin Drekthar, so I want to spend mana activating the Cupkeeper. Oh, it's not a Drekthar. Cool. Feral Rage? I'll go to Feral Rage here. It's okay. But I gotta play a school teacher. An extra Mark of the Spike Shell or Kennels for tempo? I think we need the tempo since they don't have Drekthar. So I think we go for one of these. Ouchie. Okay, I'm gonna start off with Feral Rage first. Then we Hero Power, so the Hero Power goes to the second part of the quest. So let's just cleanly kill this, and then that goes in there. Yeah, you gotta add 7 TV, Steve. There's a new one. Aim shot, okay. Looks like they're going for a Tavish next turn, which kind of sucks. I can't play around that, unfortunately. We probably lose to Tavish, huh? Like, by quite a lot. That's not very good. That's why they didn't play spells here. They could have progressed quest. You kept Tavish, but didn't coin it out. Huh. Interesting. Why? Oh, no, you didn't keep Tavish. Okay, never mind then. Ow. Stop. It hurts. It's probably just an explosive. That's a nice draw. I don't actually want to punch face because it means they can progress the quest faster and play it next turn. I think that's fine actually. I changed mine. We're gonna do this. Okay. So this way they progress the quest faster, but they still can't play Gut this turn because of Akani. So they still have to take the turn off. And we get to ramp at the same time, which is nice. Alternatively, I could have just gone Park Panther plus something else and not swing face. I did pick minion, right? I did. Okay. That's fine. If the Connie sticks, and it probably will, we can Zola it. Very interesting. Very interesting. Why was I supposed to counter the spell anyway? Because they need spell skill Connie? No, because if they have 2 1-mana spells, they could still do it. This is quite funny. This is very funny. Rolling Akanis? Hmm. Oh, you mean if I don't hit them in the face, then they can't play the thing that turn? Yeah, I suppose. I decided to do this to actually start pushing some damage. But yeah, you're right. That could have been an option. So they should have enough damage to actually burst me from here. And if they do, I can armor up. Alright. Six, 7, 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. Which means I can do this and mark the spike shillet. Huh, you know what would have been fun here? What would have been fun here is going for lethal instead, but that's okay. We're setting a message. It's fine. This was also lethal. Okay, so this actually doesn't seem too bad.